Hi everyone! Welcome to Monica's Singapore Kitchen. Today I'll be sharing with you two recipes which have Hae Bee Hiam or Sambal fried dried prawns as the star ingredient. The first recipe is Hae Bee Hiam silken tofu. Steaming, smooth and silky tofu is topped with thick spicy eggy gravy and sprinkled with generous amounts of Hae Bee Hiam. This recipe is packed full of flavor and unbelievably easy to make. The simple sauce is the beating heart of the dish. The sauce is easily customizable according to your preferred taste. The second recipe is Hae Bee Hiam Sandwich. This recipe is my go-to recipe whenever I crave for Hae Bee Hiam. So come along with me to see how these two dishes are prepared. So here we are, our Hae Bee Hiam Sambal that we will be using. Please refer to my video in the description box to see how this condiment is prepared. I always have Hae Bee Hiam frozen in small batches like this in my freezer. I just have to take one batch out as and when I need it. So for today, I have defrosted a batch of it to cook my Hae Bee Hiam tofu. So let's start our Hae Bee Hiam tofu. So I've got 2 blocks of silken tofu. Just take it out from the packaging, drain the water that's inside it, and put these 2 pieces onto a plate that can withstand steaming. So we're going to steam it for 20 minutes to remove the raw taste. And we need to prepare the sauce while waiting. So the sauce consists of 3 tablespoons of Hae Bee Hiam, and this is the white parts of the spring onions. Here we go. I've got it from 2 stalks of spring onions. The green parts I've just reserved for garnishing. Here is 2 tablespoons of chili sauce, 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce, and we've got 2 eggs over here, and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch slurry. This is optional depending on the consistency of the gravy that you are hoping to achieve, and a bit of water. Okay, so let's cook the sauce. So first of all, we need to bring 1 tablespoon of oil to a very high temperature, and then pour in our Hae Bee Hiam. So actually the Hae Bee Hiam is already cooked. So we are going to saute it for 30 seconds, and this is to fry the Hae Bee Hiam so that it releases its aroma and to heat it up. Yeah, so 30 seconds would be sufficient. So once that is achieved, so we're going to tip this into a bowl, and then using the same pan, we can just add 1 teaspoon of oil, then pour in our white parts of the spring onions. Stir fry this until it is just before it turns brown, maybe about 30 seconds. Then add in 2/3 cups of water. Okay. Then the sauces will go in, starting with our chili sauce, then our tomato sauce. So the tomato sauce adds sweetness as well as tanginess, while the chili sauce gives a spicy kick to our sauce. You can substitute the chili sauce with Thai sweet chili sauce if you want your sauce to be a little bit more sweet. So stir fry it until it bubbles like that, yeah, nice and bubbly. So when that happens, we will then get our eggs ready. We just need to lightly beat our eggs, and then just slowly swirl it over the simmering sauce. You normally do it at the end to create an attractive marbling effect. Okay, So at this point, you're going to gauge and see whether you like the consistency of the sauce. If you want it to be a little bit thicker so that it grips better when you pour it over the tofu, you can add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch slurry. Yeah, so add a little at a time according to your consistency that you hope to achieve. So the eggs and the cornstarch are our thickening agents. So the sauce is ready, so we just need to pour it over our piping hot silken tofu. So it's best served when it is hot. So the toppings, let's look at our toppings. So we must not skip our Hae Bee Hiam, which is our star ingredient. So just sprinkle the Hae Bee Hiam as much or as little as you wish over the top of it. Then we will put our spring onions. This is the green part of our spring onions from the 2 stalks of spring onions. The white parts we have used to cook the sauce. Then the chilies is to add heat as well as color to our dish. I have reserved the seeds because I want it to be nice and hot. Our family love, chili and the heat that comes from it. So this is crispy onions, fried onions. Okay, just like that, our Hae Bee Hiam tofu is ready. The sauce is subtly sweet and deeply savory. The Hae Bee Hiam, with its aromatic, spicy, strong and explosive savory flavor, is a great pairing for our smooth, silky and bland silken tofu. You can taste the 5 basic flavors, namely sweetness, spiciness, sourness, saltiness and umami. This is a very healthy dish. So have a great time cooking this dish. Now we move on to our second recipe, which is our Hae Bee Hiam Sandwich recipe. So for this, we need 10 eggs. So I'm going to hard boil these eggs, put the 10 eggs in boiling water, and then lower the temperature to medium or medium low. So I want it to be very nicely hard boiled, so that's why I boil it for 12 minutes. If you wish to have it as a soft boil, you just need to boil it for 8 minutes. If the consistency is anywhere in between hard boil and soft boil, so the timing will be in accordance with that, between 8 to 12 minutes. So we are going to mash our hard-boiled eggs using a potato masher. The finer you mash is, the more creamy our egg mayo will be. So then I put 3 tablespoons of Japanese mayo to bring everything together. You can add other things like, mustard, spring onions, chives, etc. But I'm making it very simple. Just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, then mix everything together like so. So our egg mayo is ready to fill up the bread. So use soft bread, yeah? So then you slather a little bit of mayo on 2 pieces of the soft bread. Then top it with 2 tablespoons of Hae Bee Hiam. Spread this evenly over the surface of 1 piece of bread. Then cover it with the second piece, and then top the second piece with 2 tablespoons of egg mayo. Also spread this egg mayo evenly on this piece. Then cover it with the third piece of bread. Now I'm going to use a piece of baking paper to hold all the 3 pieces snugly together so that it's easy to eat and it doesn't fall all over the place. So I use baking paper, yeah? So just fold it on top, a couple of folds like this, and then just tuck in the 2 ends, yeah? Tuck it right underneath the bread. And then whatever pieces of whatever parts that are left, just fold it in as well. Also tuck it in. So just push it in like that. Okay. And then you can see the leftovers. You just fold it and also tuck in nicely and neat like that. So here we go. So our little package is ready. So you just have to cut it, and there you go. This is our Hae Bee Hiam egg mayo sandwich. This is my favorite sandwich. It has a good texture as it has a combination of fine and coarse pieces, courtesy from the Sambal Hae Bee Hiam. Hope you will try these two recipes someday. Happy cooking!